Hello, my name is Timur Gubskiy, and I'm going to be showing you my Model UN Sharing Assistant website. Now, to start here, I'm on my landing page. That just shows a little bit of information about how the website works, but to get to my actual web app, I'm going to log in here with my demo account. Now, once I log in, you can see I already have a couple committees here, but I'm going to create a new one. For instance, the United Nations Security Council. Once I create the committee, it shows up here in my list of committees, and I can go ahead and open it to get access to all of the different features. Now to start here, I'm on my roll call page, which is going to allow me to add in any delegates that are in the committee. So I'm going to go ahead and press the plus button here, and I'll add, for instance, the United States, maybe Canada, and Mexico. Now I can also keep track of, on the roll call page, if a delegate is present or present in voting. This will be important for later when we do voting and speaking lists. Now I'm also going to save this list so that the website knows how to use it for other pages on the web app. For instance, we're going to go to our speaking list now. On the speaking list, you'll see all of the delegates I added show up in this list, and I can add them in any order to my speaking list so that they have an opportunity to speak. I'll also put in here a duration for the time they get to speak, 15 seconds for example, and if I start it, the timer will start to count down. If they finish halfway, we can click pause and then stop, and it'll actually remove the delegate and go to the next one on the list. Now, if I try to exit, it'll even ask me to save. I'm sure, so I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to go to the next page. Now here on my motions page, this lets me keep track of different motions that delegates are presenting. So for instance, let's say Canada is going to present a motion for a moderated caucus with 10-minute total time, 10-minute duration, and 1 minute speaking time on the topic of motions. Now, if we voted on this motion and it passed, we could then go ahead and go back to our options here and go to a moderated caucus and set up the one just like Canada explained. So 10-minute duration and a 1 minute speaking time. Now with the moderated caucus, we're going to select a speaker at the top, and you'll actually see two bars here, one in the middle with a circle that shows the speaking time, and a separate one at the bottom which shows the total duration. So here I selected Canada, and if I click start, the speaking time will start counting down, and the total time will also start counting down. Now if I pause it and click next, it'll switch off from Canada, allowing me to select another speaker. The timer will reset back to 1, but the total time bar will stay at what time it was, and it'll keep ticking if I click start. Now with an unmod, it works quite similarly, but we just have one dial for the total time remaining. So if I set it to 2 minutes and start, it'll just slowly count down, and I can stop it and reset it whenever I want. Now the final page here is the voting page, which will allow us to automatically go through all the delegates marked as present or present in voting and give them the opportunity to vote. So it'll keep track of who's in favor, against, and give them the opportunity to say yes, no, abstain, or pass. It also shows the quorum at the top, showing 1/2 quorum set to 2 for this case, and 2/3 quorum also being set to 2 because of the small amount of people we have in our committee. So right now it's showing Canada, and it even shows you if they're present or present in voting. Because Canada is present in voting, they can't abstain, but they have the option to pass, say yes, or say no, and if they pass, they'll be circled back to later. Canada will be for in this scenario, Mexico will be against, and United States will also be for. So now the vote's over, and it shows you the results. And using this, the chairs will be able to determine if the motion passes or doesn't pass, depending on if they want 1/2 quorum or 2/3 quorum. So you can go back to any of these pages later, edit how many delegations you have, edit if they're present or voting, change up the speaking lists, and do whatever we want with our committee. And the general point of the app is just to automate the process of chairing a committee, make it easier for chairs to make sure that the delegates are having a great experience and not worry about managing the delegates, seeing who's present or voting, and keeping all of the motions tracked in a spreadsheet. So this just tries to solve those problems. Thank you for watching my demonstration of my Model UN Sharing Assistant.